There's a saying that goes, fail to plan, then plan to fail. And that is such a huge thing to take with us in life. Welcome back for another video to Recalibrate with Nate. And in this video, I wanted to go over how important it is to plan when it comes to your raw vegan diet or lifestyle. This is something that, man, it just makes it so much easier when you already have a plan of what you're going to eat for the day or what you're going to have for snacks. These sorts of things can really help mitigate having to have the urge to just go through one of those drive-throughs or grab some sort of convenience food. These sorts of things aren't going to do you any justice in the long run. So having a plan is super huge. What Lissa and I will do when we go out and do some camping like we're doing here, or we're doing a road trip, or even maybe we're just having kind of a long weekend where we want to get a lot done, be running around, it's nice to have a plan of what we're actually going to eat. And then it's just so much easier because there's a thing called decision fatigue, right? And we only have so many really good decision-making power a day. So the less decisions that we have to make, especially when it comes to eating, is so huge. And that's where planning can be just so big. Help with is just more time. You have just more time freedom. You don't have to worry about, what am I gonna do for lunch today? I need to figure out something. If you've already got it planned and you've already prepared what you're going to be bringing or what you're going to be eating, you just do it. You just eat the thing, you just make the meal. And that can free up a lot more time than having to go across the street to the food truck or order some food out. These sorts of things can really help free up some time. One thing that is really nice when we take a trip and we already have all of our meals prepared for breakfast, lunch, and dinner essentially, and snacks. Sometimes we come across a restaurant or, you know, a farmer's market might have a good deal on certain fruits that we just want to gorge ourselves on. It's nice to already have everything prepared, so that way having that option to go to the restaurant, let's say, it's not a necessity. Like, we have what we need, and it just really makes it so much easier to just have all the food that you need with you. Gosh, there's been so many times where it would definitely be really tricky to not go to through a drive-through or to a restaurant. But you know, when you're going to these sorts of places, if you are shooting to live a life that is a bit more healthy or eating more healthy foods, you really want to steer clear of those places, because even if you go with something super fresh, like I remember Liz and I were getting Chipotle salad, just the taco lettuce, some pico de gallo, some guacamole, maybe some corn salsa, and it was well over 2,400 milligrams of salt in that fresh salad. So sometimes those restaurants aren't really doing you much justice, but there are some restaurants that are pretty darn awesome, and it's nice just to have that extra food. You know, sometimes we go to the restaurant, we have that meal left over that we can tap back into. Another thing that it's really awesome for is saving money, because you're not wasting anything. You're getting what you need for those specific meals, and it just makes it that much easier. We're out here camping for several days for our anniversary celebration, and it was fun planning the meals that we wanted, and we wanted to just keep it really simple on this trip. So we brought mangoes and melons. Those hold up really well. They don't need to be refrigerated. We brought tomatoes, lemons, limes, onions, and we brought stuff to make salads, a couple different salad dressings we have, as well as stuff to make wraps. And that's perfect. It's super simple, and both of us love those sorts of foods, the meals. It's super easy. But being out here, like, our camp is set up around our truck, so can't really just drive somewhere to the store. So we had to make sure that we had everything covered for all the days that we're going to be out here. And it's just nice to have all of the things that you need. And of course, you're thinking it out, right? You're planning it out. So yeah, I just wanted to drop this in there, just to, you know, a little reminder, just to plan out your meals before you take a trip, and it's going to make the world a difference. Our trips have been so awesome because we have our meals ready to go. I remember one time my boys were with us, Father's Day trip, and my youngest son Jacob was seeing how much we were putting together and just like how long it was taking. And he was like, oh man, you know, you guys are putting in so much work. But then when we actually got to the places that we were going, every time we would make a meal, it was really just like assembly. And we had everything ready. We had sauces, we did tacos, so we did like the ground meats, and we made salsa and guacamole fresh. But it was just really nice, and it was really cool because his reaction was like, wow, this is really inspiring. And that's, of course, what Liz and I's main mission is to try to inspire you guys to eat more fruits and vegetables. And it was neat to see that he was inspired, and it was all just putting in that time to prepare for the trip. It just made it so much easier when it came to meal time. We could actually hang out and not spend so much time preparing food. And maybe you're thinking, well, I don't have a plan. Nate, what do I do? What do I make? How do I make these sauces you're talking about, these wraps, these things that you're talking about? We have a meal planning app. That's one thing that we have created that basically generates out a week's worth of meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with all of your calorie breakdown, the shopping list. So if you just follow that, if you pick, I'll have this smoothie for breakfast, I'm gonna take this salad for lunch, and I'm gonna do this particular dish for dinner, it'll generate out the shopping list that you need. So then you can just go to the store and just get what you need really quick. It's a really nice app to be able to help you plan your meals. Another thing that we have is we've got multiple books with different recipes. Burger book, we've got a taco book, Liz's hand salads book, a sushi book, cracker book, smoothie book, an ice cream book, soups, stews, and chilies book, party food. We've got stuff that is just really for any occasion. So be sure to check that out down in the description. We've got 40% off all of the books. Those are ebooks. We also do have some books in print version as well. There's no 40% discount on those. Those are print on demand through Amazon. And then we also have a school community. And the school community is really amazing because what we do is we do food demos and show how we make certain things. And we always throw in some bonus stuff. Maybe we're going to start some sprouts, or we're going to make some Irish sea moss for some, different recipes, these sorts of things. So the school community is another great place to come to brainstorm and to, help each other with what we're doing in life when it comes to preparing these sorts of things, and just, operating ourselves on a different level where we're getting to sleep on time. We're making sure we're drinking, at least a few glasses of water a day, right? These sorts of things. The school community is really, really amazing. We've got a great group of people in there, and everybody seems to be having a really great time. And I do love that there's monthly challenges that Liz puts together for, everybody to maybe just to, try to incorporate drinking some lemon water every morning, these sorts of things, right? So yeah, check that out, the school community. And of course, we're always here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're rooting for you. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this one. We'll see you on the next one. Love you.